EA Sports brings you a special edition of the National Football League for this Thanksgiving matchup. It's the Eagles and the Cowboys, and it comes your way next.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out. Roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. Brandon Gaudin alongside the one and only Charles Davis and CD. It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas. This one taken just inside the 10, and he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Meanwhile, Dak's throw taken in by Cooper here. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. So the Eagles now, they'll be in great position here to start things out. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering
I was
snacks.
just going to say.
That's where I go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wallace. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Randy Gregory. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
Partners, a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
The kick by Bass is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Dak Prescott and the offense heading back onto the field. He'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him, I would be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense now, saying thanks a lot. You held them to a field goal after I turned it over. That's a big defensive stand for them. He needs to go out now and make up for what he did on the first drive.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. The give is to Elliott. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. On third down, it's Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
On fourth down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Looking to throw. Wallace.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Dallas gets set to take the field.
And they, almost to a man, told us how excited they are to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember, this is a team that lost on Sunday. Now they get a very quick turnaround to play again. How difficult is that to do?
It's difficult under any normal circumstance when you're coming off of a loss and you have a quick turnaround. The first thing is to put the loss behind you and move forward. But when you plan on Thanksgiving Day, everyone's watching you. It's an added bonus, though, because now you put the loss behind you. Get that taste out of your mouth, because the taste you want is victory, turkey, and pumpkin pie.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Now Prescott. Zeke with a shake and bake. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Returnable for Grant. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Eagles to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. On 1st down, Wallace.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
The numbers for Sanders last week, 16 carries, 73 yards, and a touchdown.
And even though it's a short week, running backs love when they're in a groove, and that's exactly where he is right now. He's hoping to feast a little bit more here on Thanksgiving.
Second down, back to Sanders.
And he's got this down to the 35. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of the defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wallace. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 20-yard line.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 right at the 20. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. They'll run for the first time with Kenneth Gainwell. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. They'll run with Sanders. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. As they come, and he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Randy Gregory able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. The kick by Bass is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. They had it 1st and goal. 3 attempts. Couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. You end up having to take 3 there.
Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season, but some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Well, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow.
Blizzards.
Milk was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year, not to take anything away from him. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Yeah, and that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Prescott. Under pressure, they got him again. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save?
Yes.
That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
3rd and long for Prescott. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
On is the punter, Hawk, as he gets this one away.
39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
On 1st and 10, Wallace. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
So, CD, you talk about this football team, some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely, but that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here, and then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame that talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
He'll rifle this one deep right side.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Following the interception, here's Prescott to the left side and complete for Amari Cooper.
3 yards remain for 2nd down.
A give to Elliott. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line.
You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day. But you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a 3rd game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals, but that's the 3rd one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
Well, that's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's #4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Prescott. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Mike 42, check, Mike 42.
Prescott now. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Pass incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, and it's 3rd down. From the gun, Wallace. He'll rifle this one deep right side. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
2nd and 1 at the Cowboys' 46-yard line.
Back to throw again. And he fires one incomplete. They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw again. And that will be incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Play action now, Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. A big play there just before halftime. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Prescott from the gun. He finds his man complete. It's Watkins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And one more time, that's Watkins. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. This is caught. That catch good for only a couple. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, though, man, I made a catch like that close to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a regret when you're that close to the goal line. But let's go back to what you talked about before. Getting his feet down. Would you say dotting the I? I can cross the T as well. That was excellent footwork to get in bounds and make a great catch.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dalton Schultz in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. Extra point try good by Gano. And they take the lead here at 7-6.
So just 8 kicks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away.
Grant sets to return it.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right.
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this third quarter. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And you know what I think the defense is saying back to them? Why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. And that's complete to Sanders. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackled it for just a short gain.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Chris Barnes. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line.
Let's go. Interception.
That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Here's Sanders. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Once again with Sanders. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Wallace. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
The kick by Bass is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7.
So, CD, maybe put a pin in that one as this game progresses. It's a field goal that gets them the lead here in the third, but, boy, you hate settling for 3 when you're that close to the goal line.
Well, it certainly pains me to say it, but I do think it was the right call. Now, if they lose, you and I both know that'd be one of the things that gets second-guessed. Why didn't you go for it on 4th and goal? But I know the mindset was take the points, get the lead. And, by the way, if they went for it and got stuffed, they'd second-guess that, too.
Now Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only move to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now Prescott.
He'll get this to Elliott.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Over the middle, Amari Cooper, it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. A good rally to the football. Keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. This is Elliott. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Prescott to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
2nd down, back to Sanders.
And he'll take this one up to about the 23. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down.
40 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
To throw on 2nd down, Wallace. Open man is Goddard, the tight end.
There's completion to the tight end, and I think they were looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed, I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Wallace. He's got Smith here. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Goes right back to Smith again.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Devontae Smith.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Dallas offense set for this next drive.
And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. On 2nd and 9, Prescott completes it right side to Cooper.
Here comes the boom. I see you, boy. I see you.
The Cowboys on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 53 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Sanders on 1st down, not finding much of anything there, as he might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. From the gun, Wallace. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Wallace. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. Runs over him. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing. Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And this is caught. Touchdown. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Gano the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there.
I'm really not sure what was more impressive about that throw. Was it the distance travel or the accuracy involved? Because I'm going to tell you straight up, when you're trying to hit a guy in stride that far downfield, there's nothing easy about it, but he sure made it look easy there.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football, and a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Another run here with Sanders. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. From the gun on 3rd down, Wallace. And he finds McLaurin. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
First down, Philadelphia.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Wallace. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now this one complete on the slant route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his tight end Goddard. That's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Here we go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Wallace. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Looking to throw. Wallace. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. On the counter now, it's Sanders. Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is up to 5. So not only the cough up,
inside, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. Here comes Grant on the return.
And he returns this to the 22. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look.
And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive. Then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
They start the drive here with Gainwell.
And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw. Wallace. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Second down and 7.
Looking to throw. Wallace. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. DeMarcus Lawrence. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
Now on 4th down, honors the punt team sending this one away. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. Amari Cooper and the Cowboys set to take over once again. Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation, the catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And now Cooper, slow to get up. Staying down after that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now Prescott. And he's caught on his sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Gano's kick is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The return man is Grant. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. Now a throw here to his running back. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Hit as he throws. He lost the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And it won't count for 6. He's brought down, but inside the 5, 1st and goal at the 4-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
And they take a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has the